Memphis is the home of the blues, rock and roll, and Earle Farrell.
From the Collierville Square to the mighty Mississippi, the Earle Farrell for Memphis show is all about good things that happen across the Bluff City and the people who make Memphis cool.
The Earle Farrell for Memphis show is made possible by our title sponsor, Southern Security Federal Credit Union.
By Dive Shop and Dive Ventures nationwide. Jim Harris Chevrolet with George Gully. For Memphis Magazine, the Live at the Garden concert series, and the Orpheum Theater Group Memphis, and by Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning, family owned and operated for more than 40 years, and brought to you by High-Low Commercial Services. Thank you to all the sponsors for making this possible.
And now, coming to you from Lansky Brothers, Clothier to the King, inside the world-famous Peabody Hotel, with the heart of a cowboy and Memphis in his soul. Ladies and gentlemen, here's your host, Earle Farrell.
And thank you very much, and welcome into Lansky's and the Peabody Hotel. And I got to tell you, sparse traffic downtown, but we had no problem getting from Collierville to downtown. The interstates are in great shape. It's the secondary streets that are still very slick, so just be careful out there. Our guests today are with an organization that is very near and dear to my heart, no pun intended. Lauren Goff, who's director of the Mid-South Heart Association, and Duncan Williams, who's an honoree this year just because of his involvement in the community. But also, I got to chatting with him right before the show about his dad, who died when you were just 19.
I was 21. He was 56. Yes, sir. I just finished my junior year in college.
And I think about it all the time. I think about how many people that, because of the research done by the American Heart Association and all the great docs we have in this area, many people I know, men and women, have had their lives saved and prolonged for their children. And I know there's no replacing a father no matter what happens. And is that part of the reason you have several stints?
Right, 5 actually. I'm like the platinum card. You know, I'm a multi-year member of the Stint Club.
$1 million
right now. Yeah, exactly.
But it is, and the more I got involved with it after I had my bypass, Kent Ritchie was the director that year, and they said, Dr. Gubin, my doctor, said, we want you to be the poster child, if you will, for the ball this year, because you said you were the perfect subject. You know, you're big, you ate everything you wanted, and it paid off. But it is. I mean, you think it's not going to happen to you, or to anybody you love, and they say you take care of yourself. You go, yeah. I'm watching what I eat all the way to the mouth,
right.
And it is incredible. And you, Lauren, being involved with this year after year, has to really impress you. What is the most difficult thing about getting it across to people who have had no experience with heart or heart problems?
You know, actually, it's not as difficult because everyone is touched by heart disease in some way. You rarely meet someone that hasn't had someone in their life who has experienced heart disease one way or the other. It's just, as you said, you don't always think it's going to happen to you. So it's making sure that they understand that you need to take care of yourself early because, as we know, prevention is the best medicine. And so if you're taking care of yourself at an early age, you're less likely to have, the effects that parents, grandparents, that the person that you did know to happen that to you.
Well, they keep changing stuff on us. They say, don't eat eggs. They go, oh, that's okay. Don't eat the bacon. And I keep saying that, much to my chagrin. But things do change, and there's so many things that they're saying now that they said it was okay to eat before, then they keep changing it. I think eating as little as you can is a good idea. I'd say I lost weight after my bypass surgery. I didn't. I'm sorry. I'm making notes here. So if I'm not making it. Well, it's hard when somebody's writing a note right in front of you. Okay, I got it now. And I'm going to take a direct order on this.
I understand. My Abby does the same thing, by the way.
All good women do.
Yeah.
We have, but then we stray off on our own.
Right.
But your story, and we were chatting about that, you grew up in this area. Your
Yes.
mom and dad from this area. He was in banking, and then you eventually got into the financial world and
Right.
have done quite well, I might add.
Thank you.
But it really is that all the traditional things you do. You grow up with parents that were from country. I was raised in Texas. We were eating everything
Right.
at the kitchen sink. And when we were little, we didn't have much money. And
Right.
so my mother could take a little can of potted ham and spread that on 4 sandwiches. It looked like pink mayonnaise is what it looked like.
Yeah.
Yum.
And so we never overeat. And yeah, Kathy loves potted meat too. But it really is kind of traditional, and that what your habits are and the food and everything.
Right.
But your background in that is, and after your dad, that was a huge impact on you.
It was, and I had stayed in shape and have continued to. In fact, the year before my first stint, which was 14 years ago, I had run a marathon and had no issues. I was actually there for a life insurance test. I wasn't there because I had any symptoms, but it was the great lesson of, you can eat right and play right and exercise right and do whatever right. It's hard to beat hereditary genes, and that's the biggest thing we better all pay attention to is what's the past, what's happened in our family in the past. And I think that plays such a huge role, especially with younger people, to get them to understand that this disease is the largest killer of men and women in this country.
And totally different, the symptoms for each
everybody.
sex.
Totally, 100%.
And I think that's most women, they're in shape, they're slender, they eat right. Kathy never eats anything like I like. Hey, you want to get Kentucky Fried Chicken tonight? No?
No.
And but that way people think women aren't susceptible.
They are.
And actually they're very much more because they don't think it's going to happen to them.
Mm-hmm.
So when this ball is not a fundraiser, but it's also very educational. You have all these survivors like myself, people who have had near close calls like Duncan, and so I think it's really to bring attention to all of that. I know Fred Smith was the speaker, just like he will be on this ball, not long ago.
Right.
And that was the thing about Fred passing away. I never thought Fred would ever pass away.
No.
He was, he did everything right. He played tennis until the very late years.
Right.
And was just so gregarious. And Fred. And nobody was more surprised than me when we found out that he had passed away. And I was kind of like, you think about other people pass away. He was one of those invincible types.
No doubt.
And I think that also plays a part in it. When you get up, and you were talking about what you were going to pass along to some people at the ball when you get up to speak, what kind of thoughts, when you start to think, I need to tell people something to get them to be motivated and understand this?
Well, I think one of the things I'd like to talk about is, so my dad was 56, I'll be 58 next month. I've got to spend that year and a half that he didn't get to spend with my family, my loved ones, and my friends. I'm going to get to see things with my children he never got to see. So that's the thing to remember. 56, when I was 21, he passed, seemed like a dad. It was now that I'm 57, 56 is damn young. And so, I want to make sure that I don't miss those memories that are there, and I want to make sure other people recognize they need to start checking themselves to make sure they can have memories with their families and friends as we move forward.
Well, and everybody knows who you are, and if you go live at the Garden, who you are. As well, I say thank you.
As long as it's not my picture in the post office, I'll be all right. But
I think you're good. But it's more to make people. We're all in the same boat.
Yes, sir.
It doesn't matter whether you're wealthy, you're poor, you're just middle class. We all face the same health concerns. I do think people are much more healthier than they were years ago. I think young people are much more attuned to it. I know I eat a lot more sushi than I ever thought I would, and I don't eat much.
There's a lot of salt in that, so be careful.
It's just a soy sauce.
That's right.
No soy sauce. So even sushi, you think that's healthy? You're eating raw fish. What could happen? And yet there are things that increase your blood pressure, and that's another opt for it. But the over the years, how much has been raised through the ball here to help with research?
I don't know the exact number on that one, but this year our goal was 700,000, and we are walking into the ball at around 650. So we are already almost at goal. And so a couple years ago, we had the year that we were able to honor Mr. Smith was our record-breaking year in raising over $1 million. So this year actually is the 50th anniversary of the Mid-South Heart Bowl, and so if you can do the math from there, you might be able to come up with it. But
well, and I think as more and more people figure out what you guys do in all the areas you're in, you don't just have the ball and then stop for the rest of the year.
No. Right.
It's an ongoing effort.
Well, this month especially, right?
Yeah, so this month is Heart Month, and so we have all kinds of initiatives that we are pushing with, taking care of yourself, so eating right, drinking water. There's all kinds of things that you can do to take care of yourself, and Heart Month is the month to spread awareness for that and to really focus on it. And Heart Ball in general is the event where we celebrate the work that we're doing throughout the year, but the overall year that we celebrate is through our Heart of Memphis initiative, which is what we're doing year-round to fight heart disease and stroke.
At the ball itself, you have speakers, of course, Mr. Williams, but you also...
No, Duncan.
But you also have just interaction among all the people. And I think when you hear the stories, I was very impressed with Fred that night, because Fred was, and I've known him for a number of years. When we tried to get an NFL team, I was with Walker and Associates. Right. I was the guy that ran the slide projector. And I said it had Ron Terry, Paul Tudor Jones,
Mr.
Donovan, Fred Smith, and me. I said, this plane goes down, it's going to be captains of industry die in plane crash and some other guy.
Yeah.
But the thing about it was, all those people face the same challenges that I do. And I think we grew up in an era that we just didn't really think about it that much. You just thought if you didn't get grossly overweight, you were probably okay. I see so many kids now that my grandchildren, my grandson is going to be 6. My granddaughter doesn't speak to me right now. She just points. But I think they eat a lot better. They don't eat any of that stuff when I was a little kid. Even their treats are like, he wanted a cup of fruit the other day.
Nice.
I never ate a cup of fruit. But I think that's part of what you've done is educating people, especially young people. You want your kids from day one to be eating well.
Right. I think a little bit. It's like, yes, they're definitely my kids ask for berries and apples and all of that, and I'm like, okay, good. We're not eating goldfish today. That's I guess a little bit better. But I think social media, good and bad that comes with it, you can more easily spread some of that good as far as how to take care of your kids and how to help them eat better. And my daughter prefers water over apple juice, and that's never a bad thing, right? And so I think, I agree that I think we're trying to do better at least.
You also have a silent and live auction as part of the fundraising for that, and so a lot of people contribute a lot of really cool things. But I think it's really just educational, and then going on shows. I heard you talk about being on Channel 5 the other day. You really don't get that much publicity the rest of the year until this time of year rolls around, and then you get special things you're doing, but it's keeping it out in front of people. And just letting them know what's going on. This year's ball will be right here at the Peabody, and we put up a link to your Facebook page, so people can get the information on how to buy tickets. There.
Yes, they can.
And they can get information on sponsoring.
Well, I was going to ask you, our sponsorship is still available.
We're trying to get that extra $50,000. If we could get to 700 by Saturday night, then we know going into that is just icing on the cake, for lack of a better thing. I mean,
well, I found that really good wine helps to loosen the belt.
I agree.
Yeah.
Part of my comments are about drink more and have fun before the auction starts.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and so the Heart Ball is this Saturday. People can go to our website to find that out. But before Heart Ball, Friday is actually National Wear Red Day. And so you said, aside from some of the, opportunities we have to come and talk about it, that is a day where everyone can wear red. And when someone asks you, why are you wearing a red shirt? Or if they don't ask, you can offer it. I'm wearing red today because I'm trying to spread awareness about heart disease, and this is why. So that is a great way for people to all get involved with that.
In fact, Kathy picked out a red vest over there. Which
Oh, yeah.
they don't have a lot of red in this story. Have you noticed?
Well, maybe we need to have a talk with them about getting some more red in here.
I saw the cool red jacket over there.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Got a
good.
zebra print
I
one.
don't think that.
But going red, and that's this coming Friday?
Yes, Friday,
Okay.
February 6th.
So I will make sure I get something red and wear it.
You had a couple options over there to choose from.
And you know what's really weird? I have no red clothing. I mean, I'm just not a flashy person, I guess.
Well, red looks good on everyone. What do you mean?
I know. I just, Kathy wears black all the time, and she has red lipstick. So that's her entree. Well, I think the event's going to be great here. It always is. The black tie is optional, but you'll look much better in black tie if you dress up. And in fact, that's what you said. I saw in one of your promos. Get all dressed up. Get ready to have a great party. And let's raise some money for a great organization.
Yes, sir.
It's helping to save everybody's life.
No question.
I mean, that's the one unique thing about this. There are all kind of organizations out there. There's the Hot Rod Association. There's the sport flying. There's sport fishing. This is the one organization that literally helps every human being out there.
Well, and I think even a bigger thing than that is people who can give. You've heard it so many times. People have been given more, expected more. This is a great opportunity to help our entire community, and our community needs the help.
Yeah, especially because we are in the fried belt.
Yes.
We've always heard about the Bible belt. This is the fried belt.
Exactly.
And I try to eat less and less of it all the time. Thank you both. Is there anything else neither one of you want to add to that?
I just say we hope to see you be one of the 700 or so people that we will be down here Saturday night, and thank you in advance for all y'all's support, and thank you all for having us on today. What an awesome opportunity.
Well, we love having you here, and anytime we can help, we're certainly here for it. For anything else you want to help promote.
I would say come buy some clothes down here. It's an awesome place in Lasky. I got on a really good-looking jacket.
We're going to sell you that jacket and the one that Lauren has on as well.
Oh, yeah.
Since we've been doing the show almost a year now. We started the 1st of March last year. And everybody comes on the show, tries on a jacket, and they go, I kind of like this thing. So it's stepping out.
Never worn a jacket like this before.
There isn't a
I can
jacket
say
like
that.
that. Boo Mitchell wore his jacket last night at the Grammys. We're going to be talking about that coming up in the next segment. I texted him last night and said, is that a Lansky jacket? He goes, 100%.
Yep.
And he loves coming in here. And
he's a good man.
He's very supportive of Memphis. That's what this show is all about. I know that's what you're all about, is making Memphis a better place. And
yes, sir.
That's what we're dedicated to as well. So we're all the same team.
Thank you all very much.
You're welcome. Thank you. We're going to take a quick break, come back, and talk about Boo and his Grammy, which is not his first. We'll be right back.
Hi, this is Dawn Grader, President and CEO of Southern Security Federal Credit Union at our new headquarters here in Collierville, Tennessee, off by Hillier Road. We are the proud presenting sponsor of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show and are looking forward to a great 2026 where some of the shows will be hosted from our new headquarters location here in Collierville.
Hello, Memphis, Mid-South. And first, I'd like to thank you for visiting with Earle Farrell Memphis today. And we want to support him just like you do. I'm George Gully, one of the sales managers at Jim Carey Chevrolet. We've been in business here in Memphis for over 75 years. I've been associated with the company for almost 25. And I'll help you find the right car, truck, or SUV here at not only our Chevy store, but also Buick, GMC, Nissan, Subaru. We can help you find that right car. Keep watching Earl and come see me. Thanks so much.
Hello, Matt Dabney with Hilo Commercial Services. We sponsor the Earle Farrell for Memphis show. They concentrate on positive things, and that's what we do also.
Hi, I'm Mitch Wright. And I'm his son, Mickey. And we're the owners of Mitch Wright Plumbing, Heating, and Air.
And proud sponsors of the Earle Farrell for Memphis show.
We're thankful to be part of the Memphis community. We've been in business for 42 years, taking care of people and loving the people of the Mid-South.
Hi, this is Randy Wright from the Dive Shop and Dive Ventures in Memphis. We've been in Memphis over 64 years teaching people to dive, snorkel, and swim. We'd love to have you come join us and have some fun. We're also a part of the Dive Ventures Group with 18 locations across the country, stretched from Phoenix to Vienna, Virginia. Please give us a call. We'll be able to take care of you at 999 South Yates in Memphis, or call us at 901-763-DIVE.
Hi, I'm Brett Batterson, President and CEO of the Orpheum Theater Group in downtown Memphis. We are so pleased with our partnership with the Earle Farrell Show and very happy that he is broadcasting live from Lansky's at the historic Peabody Hotel. We're all here to make Memphis better.
And welcome back on this Monday, Ice Day, although the melting has begun, which is great because I can't stand any more of this. They say we got another cold front coming in tonight, I believe, but no precipitation. If it is, it'll be just some flurries. Last night, huge night for Memphis and our good friend Boo Mitchell, Lawrence Boo Mitchell, to be precise. I think it's his third Grammy that he won. He also won along with Eric Gales and Ludwig Göransson, who is Swedish, I believe. And in fact, we've got a picture of them receiving their Grammy. And he was wearing a jacket.
Wow, this is a huge honor. Ludwig is on his way, so big shout out to Ryan Coogler for making this movie, having the idea, the inspiration. Big shout out to Ludwig Göransson for tying the blues in with the modern music and bringing it forward to the future. Big shout out to Memphis, Mississippi, Louisiana, all the blues artists. Yo, I'm just a little old cat from Memphis, Tennessee, man, and it was a huge honor for Ludwig to call me, man, and say, I want you to be a part of this record, and 90% of the guitar playing I did made this record, so I'm so thankful for the honor. And everybody, man, thank y'all so much for having me for me. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
And that was Ludwig coming up right at the end. This guy, he's from Sweden. He's got a Grammy, or maybe more than one Grammy. He's got a Emmy. He's got an Academy Award. Very, very talented young man. And Eric is an incredible guitar player. We saw him at the Memphis Music Hall of Fame Awards this past year.
Here's that slide you're talking about.
There you go. He's the one in the middle. And Boo has the jacket on that is, you got one more on the rack here. I texted him after the awards ceremony last night and said, is that a Lansky's jacket? And he said, 100%. He's very proud of Memphis. We're proud of him. Oh, here it is. Beth has a shot of it. That's it. That's the Boo Mitchell jacket. You get it right here. It's been on the Grammy Awards in Los Angeles. So check that out. You want to turn with it? But we've got another. We were at Beth and Rob and Kathy and I were at the Memphis Hall of Fame Awards, and when Eric came out and played, and I'd never heard him play before. I think he was leaving right after this and going to Australia to do something. A very busy man, but here's about 6 minutes of Eric Gales and his guitar.
side by side. And I'm going to prove my woman until I get satisfied. She said you don't see why that you dog me around. Now you know you ain't treating me right, baby. She said you don't see why that you dog me around. Must be that old evil spirit. So get down, down. Let me play about it now.
Eric Gales, everybody, an incredible musician. You could even tell the other musicians in the band were really digging it. Of course, the audience did, but world-class guitarist and part of the Grammy Awards last night in Los Angeles. Picked him up one. So congratulations to all these talented people. And I thought that Boo's acceptance speech, it was nothing political. Love Memphis, Arkansas, Louisiana, and Memphis certainly loves him and the other recipients. That is our show for today. Hope you've got electricity back and we're getting back to normal again. I've had all the winter I care to see. And we'll see you on Wednesday, our next show here at Lansky's at the Peabody.